Good morning everyone. So today's wellbeing theme is inspired by some recent conversations I've had with young people who have been accessing various bits of the Door 43 service. I was amazed to hear about the creativity of these young people with regards to their culinary skills while on lockdown. They've been cooking all sorts of delicious foods. So thanks for the inspiration. So there are a load of well-being benefits to preparing and cooking food. Eating healthy is good for the body and in turn the mind. It's a mindful exercise, you know, it's something you're involved in and your concentration's on. It's tactile, you know, it's not just something you're thinking about. It's a good way of connecting with people. It could be that you're cooking for someone, or you're baking a treat for someone, or maybe you're even cooking with someone and sharing that experience. And it's also doing something new. It helps you to learn new skills and it keeps your mind active. So all sorts of well-being benefits to cooking. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a food which is very important to me and makes up a slightly embarrassingly large fraction of my diet, and that is hummus. So making hummus is very important to me also because I eat so much of it, it could potentially bankrupt me if I was buying it from the shop. So it's actually pretty easy to make. It's just a matter of getting the ingredients, banging them in a pot, getting your whizzer on it, or putting it in. If you've got a big blender, you can just put them all in that and whiz it up. That's it really, yeah. Get all the ingredients, get them in a blender, and that's that. So I think most of the ingredients are fairly typical that you'll find in a kitchen. The only one that's a bit out of the ordinary is something called tahini. It's a bit like peanut butter. If you think what peanuts are to peanut butter, sesame seeds are to tahini. So there you go. But with that, if you haven't got any tahini, you can just use peanut butter instead of tahini, and that works fine. But yeah, like I said, peanut butter works fine if you haven't got that. So the ingredients you'll need are 1 tin of chickpeas. You will need also a splash of the water out of this tin of chickpeas. You will need your tahini, as I've said. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You will need I would say half a lemon, but this lemon is so tiny that I'm going to put the whole one in. So half a lemon or a whole tiny lemon. You need I would say if you want to roast the garlic first, you could put in like 3 or 4 garlics, but if you're using raw garlic, I'd say just one really small garlic is sufficient because it's pretty powerful stuff when it's raw. You need some olive oil, and is that everything? That is everything, yes. So all these things go in your hummus. So the first thing to do is open your chickpeas, obviously. Be careful because the tins can be a smidge sharp when you've opened them. I'm going to put in a splash of water, can you see? About that much. And then that'll be enough. I'm going to drain the rest in the sink. Half a lemon, or a whole lemon in the case of this little lemon. If you do the lemon fairly early on in the process, if little seeds fall in it, you can pick them out quite easily. Whereas if you've got all the chickpeas in and you squeeze the lemon in and the seeds fall in, it can be a bit more of an ordeal to fish them out. Garlic clove. I think I'm going to have to do lots of speeding up in this video. A good glug of olive oil. I would say about 2 tablespoons. A very little pinch of salt, but I would say pepper to taste. And you could always just add the pepper at the end if you wanted. And with your tahini or peanut butter, single tablespoon, like that. But it's quite sticky, so you might want to get a little scrape on it. Cool. Do you know what I'm going to do? Because I really like a chilli in mine, because I like my food quite spicy. You may or may not like your food spicy. The chilli is completely optional. What I quite like about this is you can mix it up in lots of different ways. You could put in some grilled tomatoes. If I put in grilled tomatoes, I tend not to use the chickpea water because it can end up a bit too watery. A little bit of pesto on top, that can also be really nice. A bit of extra lemon and some coriander can be really tasty. There's all sorts you can do with it, all sorts. And then simply, you get your blender and you whiz it up. If you blend it a little bit, you get quite a chunky hummus. If you blend it a lot, you get quite a smooth hummus. So it's up to you how much you want to do it. I quite like my hummus smooth, so I'm going to go with that. And there you have almost an entire, oh, it's tasty. Almost an entire pint of delicious hummus. You are welcome. I'll pop like a ingredients list on after this video. It's really nice if you serve it with some pita bread, so you just bang a couple of pitas in the toaster, chop them up, and then they're really nice just to dip it in, or even just smearing a bit of this on toast is spot on. Take care everyone, enjoy.